Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live seminar, our 17th one. Really happy to see you guys already waiting in the chat. Nice to see you guys here. Happy Friday. Hope everyone is having a good day, a good week, regardless of what anyone might be going through. Um, Again, thank you for being here. Exciting times for us. We're super excited about our announcement today. Public Testnet is going live next week. We have launched our, listed our sign up form. So if you want to participate in that, please do sign up. You have the availability now to go to our development Twitter that we have. Yan is the one running that. He's the one that's been posting the screenshots that when they're ready to be posted, been teasing what's to be released. And next week is finally our objective has been met. So we're excited about our public test net. I do have a video that hasn't been shared. I did message Yan earlier, but I know that he's exhausted. It's been a lot of work over the last couple of weeks, so he's taking a breather. He may pop in here and chat, but I don't know. It just depends on his schedule right now. I know he's taking a breather right now, so. But I do have a video. Get back to that point. I have a cool video that I want to show you guys, but I did want to get his okay on posting that here because, like I said, he runs that Twitter, so he might have already had that plan to release it, and I don't want to mess that up. But it's going to be really cool, guys. I'm blown away by how it's finally come together. The launching of our update where you can mint your own NFTs. There's a token layer. It's fantastic. So everything that we've been talking about over the past couple of weeks has led up to this monumental objective for us. Many reasons. It's a step for us to finally introduce different use cases that a network as large as Pact Protocol can offer. Not just, completely always relying on one native coin or one specific purpose, but expanding the different use cases that are always going to be available. So, and there'll be more that get introduced. That this technology that we've all been a part of for the past couple of years, if you just pay attention to world events, you start realizing that this is what's going to be needed at one time or another for different reasons. And that's why we feel that we're pioneers in this industry. We're innovating our technology, IPFS and Pact Protocol, that marriage, alliance, whatever you want to call it, that relationship has proven to be a huge step to help us guide to where we want to go, help provide these different, for instance, Yan Safe, Yan DNA, Pack App. We're starting to combine all of our different products together because of our objectives that have been finally reached and our vision that we brought. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any specific questions about what this test net is, what we can expect, please post them here. But I'm going to initially just read off like a, I guess like a a tab list or a check mark, or what's the word? I'm trying to think of a word. Uh, Bullet points. There you go. Bullet points. I'm going to read some bullet points that Yan set out, kind of just talking about what you guys can all expect in this. So again, it's not just a test net for a Pact protocol, but that also required Yan Safe to have a major upgrade, meaning not necessarily upgrade, but update, meaning the entry of Yan, the entry of tokens, the ability to see what's posted, the information, the metadata, how to do it, and not just making it possible, but making it easy to do. That's something that we've always talked about when we released Yan Safe originally under our previous name. We focused on making it easy. We focused on making it to where people who want to deploy a masternode or even just educate themselves with how to run a full node and they use Pack as their network of choice, it's super easy to do. A couple of clicks, but there's also availability to do it the manual way. So we kind of took that into objective here with Yan Safe as well, that we want people to be able to have access to an NFT supportive network, different token layers, the different use cases that are brought to us because of IPFS, storing your data, et cetera. We all want that to be possible, but not only possible, but easy and simple and user friendly, but also give it, the advanced layer, as you've probably seen in our screenshots on our development Twitter, that there's advanced or expert settings. So that's where you'll be able to go in there and directly put the extra data that you may want to put to fill the data points for your NFT or for your token, whatever it is. So I'm going to go through these bullet points now. And again, if you guys have any questions, just post them in the chat and I'll read them after I'm done with this. So minting NFTs and tokens directly into the PAC protocol blockchain, sending your NFTs or tokens within the PAC protocol blockchain. And an important note on this, obviously tokens, NFTs, PAC also, native coin obviously is still always included in the wallet. What's important to note is that with all transactions, NFTs, tokens, or PAC is the fee. So an equivalent to, what is the gas fee or whatever, it's PAC. So if in the event that different tokens are created, including Yan token, to send Yan to another address, PAC is the transaction fee. And that would be the same case for any other tokens that are brought to this chain in the future. Maybe not just from us, but from anyone that wants to build their own project and build it on PAC protocol, the fee to transact those tokens as well are PAC. So it's important to note there. Within Yan Safe, I kind of just touched on this, but I'll re-say it. There's 3 ways that you'll be able to mint your NFTs. The simple way is you just click mint NFT with the least inputs required. The advanced way would be to mint the NFT with most details acquired, with the most details input. And then the expert one is to inject extra data entries for developers. So there's many ways that you're able to, specifically put what data you want to, describe your NFT or to describe what you're, stamping on the blockchain. But there's also the simple way for those that just want to get something up there as an NFT. I thought that was a pretty important part there. So important note there as well. The IPFS hash, okay, important here as well. The IPFS hash is indirectly stored in blockchain in form of checksum, which can be converted into an IPFS hash. So there will be a documentation that comes with this that we've been preparing. I know there will be questions on how the information is stored in the blockchain, what is what. It's a lot easier for us to release the documentation, which we will with this. And then, we can go over that together on another live event, and or, we can just post those questions in our frequently asked questions on our website. So just keep that in mind. The metadata. So the metadata are hosted at Yan Network, which is the IPFS network that is supporting Yan DNA, which is distributed over different master nodes owned by, right now, only PAC Global Holdings members and different owners individually, but connected to the providing the network structure needed for the IPFS network to work and for Yan DNA to be operational. That's how we're able to give you guys that 5 free gigabytes of storage for the beta. Those are coming from servers that we are supporting. So that's where the metadata is being hosted. Again, eventually we're able to release the public version of the IPFS node where the community can also add nodes. It won't just be our nodes that are, or our servers that are supporting the network. So that's also important. It's just steps, from launch to production launch, and then make sure everything's going good. And then we'll have that community friendly, version of being able to install IPFS and contribute your own resources to the network as well if you choose to. Not something that's demanded or expected, but it's something that everyone can participate in on their own if they choose to. It's all choice-based. The mutable, immutable custom data is supported. For example, level system of this NFT or game itself, which requires custom data. So then in the game, it can read what kind of metadata this item has. So, if you can kind of think about where we're going with our direction, not just, specifically towards one industry like gaming, but we're just making these things possible so that it doesn't need to be added later. There's multiple use cases for an NFT besides just putting a picture. The metadata is very important. There's a preview option within Yan Safe, of course, so that you can preview either in PNG, JPEG, or WebP. Bonus, WebP supports animated images too, which is cool. Kind of like think of like GIF, an animated image, something like that. So I'm just telling you all the different preview options that you'll be able to see of different NFTs that you mint. Because again, an NFT is not always, or doesn't always just have to be a still frame picture. It can be a video, it could be a piece of paper, a document, it could be a commercial, whatever. So there's different formats that are supported within Yan Safe. It is an important note that Yan Safe will not be able to like play songs, like audio, like, or render things like 3D objects, like, or be able to play all medias and files. Like, that's not the point of the wallet itself. That is the point of Yan DNA. That is why that's tied together. So as we go along this launch and this progress keeps going, you'll see how Yan Safe is the place where you can mint your NFTs, you can manage your collections, whatever, blah blah blah, or Yan DNA later, you can store your NFTs that you minted on the chain as well into your Yan DNA account for extra safekeeping. So that's why it's a step progress, and I hope I'm explaining that a lot, but I know it's a lot of info, and again, there will be documentation, so just bear with me on that. Another note, kind of something that Yan introduced to me, is that expiration date included for the NFTs, that you could basically do it in a subscription mode, kind of like, for example, like software license expiration, subscription-based NFTs. That's different data that you could literally put inside the metadata. So for example, you can have an NFT that has, I want to rent something for a year, and the NFT has the expiration date, and you have that. And that's what gives you like that, honoring that 1-year contract when that date is expired, because that date is put inside the metadata, it's verifiable. You can see that that is exactly what it should have been. Once it's expired, your NFT doesn't expire. It doesn't just delete off the chain, but obviously that date is no longer recognized, kind of like at the bottom of your coupon or bottom of anything. There's always an expiration date. So kind of that's a system that we're working with there. And it's pretty cool. So a lot of different ways that, we've talked about a lot of different ways NFTs can be used. And that's why we tried to build this at the first release of it, with as many different possible ways to use NFTs, and make it easy, so that maybe the educating part of it is self-learned. And that's, always the best way to learn something. So I think that's the last of my bullet points here. Let's see here. Oh, one more. YanSafe allows you to enter custom data, but has no use inside of YanSafe, like inside the actual client. It's rather for third-party services, which that's for other developers to be able to plug and play stuff with the data that they want to input. Okay, so that's what I got. That's what I got. A lot of info there, but this is a very cool update to be part of. Again, if you want to be part of the public testnet that's launching next week, please sign up through the form that we posted. Anyone that wants to participate, sign up. You'll be able to participate. And an important disclaimer too, just I want to be clear, we're signing up for a test net. So if you do sign up and you're participating, please realize that this is not, it's not a real currency. It's not tied to any that. It's a test net. It's a test net on a not a public mainnet operation yet. So please don't be confused by that. And if you feel that you will, maybe just wait for the original, the main release, the official main release. I don't think thank you for your question, by the way. Just be real. How many testnet users are you aiming for? I don't think we have like a definitive number, just opening it up, letting people join. We're probably going to run like a PR with it as well. I don't know if that's the right word, PR, but like some sort of announcement, get it on some sites and stuff, so that other people, not just in the PAC community, if they get interested in the fact that, oh wow, it's a new new protocol that is capable of minting NFTs. I want to participate in their testnet. Maybe we'll get some people there and they want to open to anyone. And I mean, if it goes crazy and there's way too many people, then maybe we need to upgrade our testnet if it gets overrun. But I think we're fine there. I mean, more testers, the better. I mean, if something breaks because of more testers, that's really good to know. How long will we be able to use the testnet? I was talking about that with Yan today because I wanted to like give like a reasonable expectation of like, oh, this is how long it's going to be. But the reason why we're in public testnet right now is because if you've paid attention in our last seminars or just in our info of what we've been saying, we've been in testnet this entire time, just internally. So we've been able to, make sure things are working. We're only bringing it public now because we feel that it is like it's good to go. So you guys are the extra eyes that if everything's going great and nothing gets reported as like a major bug, then testnet could be super fast. It could take a little bit longer too if something crazy does get reported. But again, we've been in testnet for a couple weeks now, fixing the things that we have found, and we've come to this point where we feel we're good to go. So no like actual time limit on the testnet, but could be super fast. Should be super fast, But again, want to give people enough time as well that even if something doesn't go wrong and it is working, just it's a big change to our network, meaning it's a token layer. You can now mint NFTs. This is brand new to this network. It's really brand new to any type of network like ours. I'm not aware of anything compared to this. So at least give enough time for our current community and users to be, situated and educated with how and what to expect and, how to use it. And then as well, you have to remember we also have other products like the Pack app, updates planned for that, which also need to include Yan token. So maybe we need to wait for that, or we decide to wait until Pack app is done and the updates are done to push mainnet, or perhaps not. Because maybe Pack app just won't be able to support the token layer, but you'll be able to obviously still use it for Pack if we push the mainnet. So, and that's of course until the UI changes for the Pack app are completed. And after that, list doesn't stop. We keep working. We got so many things to go. We have Yan DNA. We know that's still in beta. We understand this is why this token layer was so important, getting this file fine-tuned and ready to go. So when this is done, testnet's good to go. Communities tested it as well and gives they're good, good to go. Yan DNA is going to be one of the next focus, one of the major focus, so that people can start using that as a third-party service to their Yan safe NFTs or to other NFTs or to any data that you want to use it for. It's file storage, in decentralized file storage. And then again, with the release of the public version of the IPFS node, that would just become even more so. So you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to secure your data storage with the means of Yan token by depositing Yan. You'll also be able to purchase storage using Pack or acquire, I should say. And you'll be able to also use a credit card. We have not specifically picked out the provider, be using a third-party provider to where you'll be able to, secure some data storage space on our Yan DNA Yan network using your credit card if you don't want to use Yan or you don't want to use Pack. There's different reasons for why different options are available. First and foremost, user-friendly if you don't or you're not aware of crypto, and just generally speaking, just reaching out to majority of the users in the world. A lot of people have credit debit cards, and if they want to have storage, why should they be left out if they don't have crypto? So that's a reason for that. Yan, that's obviously the most beneficial method of acquiring storage space on Yan DNA because you're never spending it. You deposit it. It's collateral, so it gets put into your account for the rate that the plan for storage goes. So for argument's sake, 5 gigabytes of storage, you can deposit your Yan and you'll receive that 5 gigabytes of storage throughout the week. Meaning, the reason why I say throughout the week is because price change throughout every second of the day, markets, whatever, no one can control it. So every week, unless we change that, but just giving you the current idea, every week there'll be an API that checks the current price of Yan on the markets that it's listed on and adjusts the storage plans accordingly. Now, if you've already acquired one of those storage plans, let's say for argument's sake, it was 100 Yan for the price. It was 100 Yan for 5 gigabyte storage plan. For argument's sake, let's use that. If at the end of that week, that Yan is now worth more than that 5 gigabytes, like the value of Yan went up, then you can claim that additional storage. You just claim it. You basically redeposit it or tell your account that you're going to collateral still the value of what's there. Or you'll be able to take out your YAN of whatever that you don't need anymore because you only needed 5 GB. You don't need the extra space, and just leave that in collateral. So there's obviously benefits. Again, the number one is that you're never actually spending anything. You're just using it as collateral. And number two, you get to, so to speak, ride the waves of any price action that were to occur and potentially acquire more storage space for yourself. That's kind of the point of letting people realize like your data has value. And if you tie a value to it, then you'll recognize it. And so, storage space matters. It's really cool that if you gain storage space, you can lock it in more, and it's lifetime. It's as long as the network exists, you're going to have the storage that you have already gained. It's never going to go backwards, meaning like if the YAN price were to go in the negative direction from where you originally, got your 5 GB storage plan, this YAN DNA is not going to be a product that takes your storage away from you. So that's also good to know. And then the pack feature as well. We figured that if obviously pack protocol is the network that is supporting the system, supporting the IPFS network, etc. So we will also do something to where you can acquire storage space by using pack, and that obviously will have different. It won't have all the benefits of YAN, meaning like the fluctuations of price. It'll be very similar to as if you acquired it with credit card or debit card. One time, purchase, you have that storage. It's not going to go anywhere, but it's not going to go up. It's not going to go down. And to get more, you have to put more pack in. And it wouldn't be withdrawable. So those are the three different methods, different perks, different benefits. But again, when we get to that point, you'll be able to choose your option of how you want to use it. But super excited for that. Let's see here. No, I'm sorry. I don't have any updates on the Flare partnership. I know that they still have their own stuff being sorted out. So until that is good to go, then we'll, maybe we'll get some more updates for you guys. But we have a lot that we're currently dealing with right now. So not on the back, burner, but just not on our priority right now is making sure that all this stuff is going to according to plan for pack protocol. Yes. Will we be able to run a master node on the pack app in the future? Yes, you will. That is something that Yan is specifically, myself as well. We agree on a lot of different features that we want on that thing, including multi-currency support, meaning Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. And then also, like you mentioned, being able to run a master node on your pack app. Because if you think about it, even within YanSafe, it's the same thing. YanSafe, if you can connect your master node to a third-party server like Vultr or Hetzner, you can close YanSafe, turn your computer off, and your master node's perfectly fine because the server is what's running. Same thing with pack app, and it should be possible. It is possible. It should be in there. It's just one of those things of us figuring it out and how to do it, and it seems like we have. So that's one of the features that can be expected. I don't have a timeline for that, but it's in the works. If we did updates, based off of every little thing that we want to do, like we would have an update every single month almost. We would actually, and that would be really annoying, I think, for users. For instance, like if we wanted to say, okay, multi-currency support, we could easily just do that, just put in, Bitcoin, and that's it. All you did was that. It has nothing to do with the network though, so we want to make sure that if we're going to add cool features, it needs to be an important update for the network because it's going to be really annoying for network users or just regular pack users to constantly have to update their app or basically force them to auto update. And it's just silly in my opinion to do that. Like I like to get a lot of things in one update, big update, and then push it, so that's why it does take time in between certain things that we do, but it's just because we want to do it right and we want to do it our way. And I mean, I feel that we have the right for that. Yes, for master node owners, will we have to update our YAN safe? Yes, absolutely, but not right now. That's not we're not there yet. We are at Testnet. That is only going to be for those that sign up via the form that we pushed out today. So that is going to be a completely separate, it's a completely separate network. It's not going to connect to the current network. And that is not an update for the main net yet. We're just currently in testnet. So no need to worry about updating your Yan Safe wallet at this moment. Let's see here. Yeah, I do want to show you guys this video. It's really cool. Just to show you guys, like, this is the actual wallet with actual, data that's in there, which, like, actual NFTs that were minted on this net, the actual token names, the filters, your collections, etc. I just don't want to overstep because it's a really cool video. I'll let Yan post that. That's all. Not teasing for no reason, I promise. I don't want to overstep. I like giving people the credit for what they do. It's a great, beautiful UI. Same thing with YanSafe. Prior, same thing with Pack App, all of them. And so we want to just release them as best as we can and give credit where it's due. Yes, absolutely feasible. End of quarter one is end of this month. So, we're in the, what is it, March 4th? Well, I'll just tell you this, but, like, don't hold me to dates. Like, our plan is Monday, okay? Our plan is Monday to release this, all right? So we want to release this Monday, which is the 7th. Now, bearing maybe it doesn't get, like, some UI things are not done yet and we can't do it Monday, it's Tuesday, then it's Tuesday, or maybe it's Wednesday. That's why I'm not setting a date, but we're planning on Monday. So that's why we say next week. That's why we put that form out so people can sign up. And then when obviously we know that, okay, it's going to be today, it's going to be tomorrow. Like, those people that tested, or I mean, not tested, they signed up, they're already anticipating it. So that's, like, that was our best idea to launch it, the test net. But again, that's next week. And then we're only releasing that because we feel it's ready to go. So absolutely 100% feasible that mainnet is fully released within quarter one. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for your question. Thank you for stopping by. And, like, the playbook's wide open, right? When you start talking about multi-currency support and different methods for acquiring data storage, like we talked about three already: the ability to do it with Pack, the ability to do it with Yan, and the ability to do it with third-party credit card services, whichever one it may be. Then you can go down the list of, well, what about multi-cryptocurrency? Like, I know you have, which technically we do, but it's all ecosystem based, right? The Pack ecosystem, the tokens that are on Pack. You have Pack, you have Yan, that's all ours. So what about multi-currency? Well, then you could start see how it becomes a never-ending, like, update frenzy. You can always add things at that point. You can always add different providers. Basically, like, we're not an exchange, but you can start listing as an exchange, basically like hardware wallets, and which currencies are supported and which ones aren't. Which, by the way, that is still something to be presented to you guys. The hardware ledger, it's not being pushed off. It's just this is more important, and obviously that this needs to be done for that to be on the right network anyway. So, but getting back to my point, you can start listing all these different cryptocurrencies to provide broader users, or bring a more broad user base to your platform, because you're not just keeping it only Pack, only Yan, and then only debit card. Because what if someone wants to use Bitcoin or someone wants to use Tether? So see how it becomes a domino effect, which is good. It's a good problem to have. That's why we enjoy and appreciate all you guys' support that you guys give us, because the ideas are always there, and it's just how many updates can you do? You don't want to do one every single month, but if you take too long to push too many things in, maybe people get a little antsy and like, hey, when's the update coming? So we get it. Promise you, we get it. I do not think ill will towards anyone that says, oh, still in testnet, still in bit. Like I understand it. I've been there before. I'm in there right now. I'm in the position. I'm the one pushing the product. So it's sometimes just takes time, and that's why when we get to our releases, we are super happy to present them because we put a lot of heart and joy into this. Okay, that was a lot of info, and we are at the 30 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, and specifically please about this, the testnet and our update, I know AMA or whatever, but I would like to keep it on topic just for this, just for today, so that because it's a big moment for us. I want to answer any of your questions that you guys have other than this on this. Drew, having other crypto, how will that help pack protocol? Based off of your own opinion, I guess. I mean, from our point of view as a company, we feel if we allow other, cryptocurrencies to be used on one of our products, you grow the amount of users that are attracted to that product. And how does that benefit pack protocol? Well, I guess the example I can give, and I mean, may not agree with me, but the example I can give is Binance and Binance's, their situation. They have their own cryptocurrency, they own that, blah blah blah, but they didn't just throw that out there and hope people like came there for no product. So that's kind of my example I would give is you bring people to a product and you don't force them to use your like you just bring them like you want to use pack you can use pack you want to learn about pack then learn about Pact. But if you want to use our product, well, if more and more people do, I think a lot of people are going to realize that, for instance, the Pack app. If you're downloading the Pack app and it's a multi-currency wallet, I think people will realize the name Pack. Like you're going to see our brand, our imaging, our everything. Like it's our product. So that would be the same thing for like YanSafe or YanDNA. Like they're gonna want to know who made the product if they like it, and allowing other cryptos to be used to participate. I think it just gives more people the chance to learn about Pack and or notice it at the very least, just beneficial from my point of view. But then other than that, it also gives people the opportunity to just use a product that's not just singling out one crypto blockchain. Will there be options like exchange pack for other currencies? You mean like an internal like exchange or decentralized exchange? We've talked about it. It's not something in the current plans just because we need to get this out first and then just take a breath and be happy with where it's at. And then yeah, like I want to come up with some system that's you know it makes sense, but it's also unique. I don't want to just copy something, meaning like all the different tokens that may eventually or inevitably be listed on Pack Protocol's network. I want them to be able to be exchanged directly on the network without needing, intermediary or a middleman. So that would be really cool. But that would just be for the token layer and Pack, something that we would figure out and probably implement into our products. But as far as like interacting with different cryptocurrencies and trading from, Bitcoin to Pack within your wallet, the only way that we could do that, it wouldn't be, I mean, it would be us doing it because we'd be putting it in the product, but it would be working with a third party. We're not a facilitator. We're not a, money transaction. We're not licensed for that. It's not what we do anyways. So it wouldn't be something that we build and like manage. We would have to use a third party provider, plug in their APIs, like in, for instance, the Pack app where you could click buy crypto and it, maybe it has you link your um, Coinbase account or has you link I don't know, just saying ideas. And in reality, that's what you're using, but it would be within Pack app. So a lot of ideas. Just want to put that out there. And of course, the exchange or the third party would need to have the crypto in question listed. And there's other ways of doing that too, not necessarily just with like major exchanges. I mean, obviously, major exchanges are important for like overall cryptocurrency movement, price, whatever you want to look at it there. But there are other ways of doing it too, where third-party providers with like debit card, where you can uh, trade the transaction for you. But there's then fees involved, and it's a service. So there's different ways to do it. It's just coming around, picking the right provider, and then plugging it in. Yes, you can download the Pack app on the Play Store. One thing to note, I will close with this important just about the testnet tomorrow. One thing to not I said tomorrow, testnet next week. Important thing to note is within this testnet, you'll be able to mint out NFTs. You'll be able to make your own token and supply, description, data, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The main thing I want to mention on that part right there is on launch on mainnet, the ability to create your own token supply. That's not going to be live for everyone. Like that's not going to be a feature that is live, and that's on purpose. It's on purpose because we specifically want Yan token to circulate first to the master noders, blah blah blah. Have that work, and then we will introduce the ability for anyone to create their own project on Pack Protocols network, make their own supply, make their own token. Like ours is, it's called Yan. Then they'll be able to do the same. That's a choice decision for us. So that's just an important thing to note. In the test net, you will be able to do that thing. You will be able to do what I just said. Won't be on mainnet because it's not going to be turned off. It's not going to be restricted. So that's important to note. So that when mainnet goes live, the only other token that's going to be facilitated over the network is Yan, Yan and Pack. And then it won't be a long walk down a hallway. It'll be something that happens pretty soon. We will make it to where people wish Impact Protocol, make their own, etc. Another thing that you could, I guess, technically do is make multiple copies of an NFT. Same same content, but different NFT. So, well, I'm sorry, same content, multiple supply, but important to understand. And keep a note also, what I just mentioned, we do have documentation being prepared, like I mentioned earlier. So um, if you don't understand what I'm saying directly here, that's okay. It's all right. We'll have another one of these streams next week as well, and on as well, most likely will. But again, we'll have that documentation released so you guys can read it, reread it, read it a third time, and then circle things and send it to us and ask, what does this mean? So again, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm excited. This weekend is going to be really fun for us to put our finishing touches on this product and network. And hopefully you guys sign up, participate in our testnet, enjoy it. I give a huge shout out to our developers that have been putting in so much time and effort in this. Barry Style, I know he's super quiet as far as community, like talking in our community forums and talks and stuff like that. But he's not required to be. He's part of our team here, and he is a legend. I call him Boz the Legend. So huge shout out to him. Huge shout out to Yan. Obviously, we all appreciate and love Yan, and the UI work that you see, it's custom, his job. That's his image based off of our visions that we've come up with and discussed, and a lot of things he's taken that on him and made it even better. So I appreciate everyone that's involved. We have more developers as well. I won't mention them by name, just by their own I guess request. They like to keep it that way, which is fine, not required. But again, huge shout out to everyone that's involved in making these products and our vision come to life. I couldn't ask for a better team, and thank you guys for being a part of it. It's been a journey, and it's just going to keep getting better. So stay tuned, sign up for the testnet again, and we'll be back for next week with another stream. Bye.